Hey guys, today is a super exciting video for me because it marks 1 year that I've been on OnlyFans, and it also marks the first month that I hit the 1%. So I'm super excited. I finally hit 1.7%, very close to just the solid 1%. So I thought this was the perfect time to share with you guys how I reached the 1% in 1 year, all the things that I've learned, all the struggles I've been through, and marketing tips, how to make a bunch of money, how to stay safe, and then also what I've kind of learned about myself and how I approach life now. I definitely see life a little bit differently. Once you enter the sex industry, the adult industry, you definitely see life a little bit differently. And so I'm going to be sharing with you guys everything that I've been through this year and how I was able to reach the 1%. So I'm just going to start off with some quick and easy things that I learned this year through this industry, through this work. And the first thing is that this is not just a get rich quick scheme. Like, it's not something as easy as you might think it is. Definitely people make it out to be very, very easy. You know, if you're a pretty girl and you got a body, you can make some money. But it's going to be easy in the beginning, and then if you do not stick to it and learn from your mistakes and keep making adjustments so that you can grow, you're not going to grow, you're not going to continue to make money, and it will just be, you know, some quick, easy cash there and done. You will not continue to grow. And I've learned that the hard way because when I first started, I was like, oh, it's super easy, whatever, just post a bikini pic here and there, you'll make your money. But I realized really quickly that that wasn't going to be something that lasts long. People are going to start to catch on, they're going to unfollow, they're not going to tip you. It's not the best way to go. This is work. You have to learn how to be your own digital marketing manager. You have to learn how to make your own content, how to become creative, how to talk with different types of people. You have to be a therapist almost. There are a lot of different aspects that go into making a really successful OnlyFans and getting to that 1%. So yeah, it's not going to be as easy as it seems, as people make it out to be. It is not. It is an actual job. I spend more than 8 hours every single day, and I don't take the weekends off. I work every single day. I'm always on my phone, which definitely looks bad, but it's what's helped me grow. And I think in the long run, I'll be able to, you know, take some time off my phone. But to get started, it is a lot of work, and you are going to be working all the time. I work a lot, and more than 8 hours for sure, because I'm up all night talking to people and marketing and meeting new girls that do OnlyFans so that I can promote and collaborate. And so it is a lot of work. Another quick little tip that I learned is that the best way to make money is through pay-per-view messages. That is when you send out a locked message, and you have that feature on your OnlyFans where you can send a message and have it locked through kind of like a paywall where someone has to click and pay to see that message. So obviously, if you guys know anything about OnlyFans, you know that this is a way that creators are making their money. I realized this kind of halfway into the year that this was like the best way to make money. I really wanted like my subscriptions to be the way I made the most money, and I do make a lot of money just on subscriptions. To level up, you want to use pay-per-view messages, and I know a lot of girls on Twitter are not doing that. They market themselves as a no paywall page, but I do look at them, and I do a lot of creator analysis. I look at all my competitors and see what everyone's doing, and I notice that a lot of those girls are not in the 1%, and they're not doing what the people that are up in the 1% or the 0.0% are doing. So pay-per-view messages is definitely the way to go. I know that it seems like an extra step. It's going a little bit above and beyond, but you have to do that if you want to make good money. If you're wondering how often should you do this, a lot of girls in the top are sending out messages multiple times a day. I personally have been sending them out once every day the past few months, or once every other day, something like that, at least a couple times a week. You really want to send out those pay-per-view messages, and those are the special content. That's the stuff that people want to see. So it definitely makes a difference, and I think it's worth it. So I've come up with my 3 most important things, and I've been calling them my 3 C's. It is consistency, creativity, and connection. And I think they're the most important things if you are building an OnlyFans from the bottom up. The first thing is being consistent. You need to post honestly daily. I post multiple times every day. I send out messages every single day, and I communicate with all my fans every single day. The next thing is being creative. You have to come up with new ways to engage with your audience, new ways that your audience is not going to see the same thing on any other girl's page. You want to make sure that you're making stuff that can't be seen anywhere else. That's why they're paying for your page, because you are unique and special and different. So how are you going to continue to make new creative stuff? It's important to stay creative as a creator. So that is the second C. And the third C is connection. I think it's so important to build a connection with your audience. I chat with every single person that messages me. I do not leave one message unread. I always respond no matter what, even if it's something that I don't really want to respond to. If somebody is making me uncomfortable, I still respond. And there are ways to go around that. And I will get to that when it comes to safety, the safety section of this video. It's so important to build a connection with your audience. There's a reason why these people are paying for your page specifically, because they like who you are. So I think it's important to get to know them and see what they like about you and how you can emphasize that and make the experience better for them to want to stay and continue to tip you and help you out. I also think it's really important to build that connection, because these are the people that are supporting you, that are putting you where you are, that are supplying you food, that is helping you put a roof over your head. Like, these people mean so much to me. So me being able to message them back and make their day that way is so important, because they're making your day by paying your bills. And I feel like it's just the best way to build that back and forth with each other and show your gratitude by giving them the time of day. The next thing I want to talk about is safety, because safety is so important, and I've had a few instances that have made me very uncomfortable and feel unsafe. And so I just wanted to share this, because if you are going to be a creator, you have to be safe. The first thing I really want to emphasize is that your information is probably all over the internet. If you are not using like an alias name, which I would recommend, if I could, I would have, but I'm already kind of a public figure online because I do YouTube, so it would have been really easy for people to find me. So I just went with my normal name. But if you don't already have a personality online, or you don't have a social media online and you're just starting out, I would probably use a different name, make up a little name for yourself, because you don't want people finding you, and your information is online. It is a fact. So you have to be very conscious. I do a monthly sweep and just make sure that my shit is not online for everybody to see. I go through different websites that provide, people's addresses and phone numbers, and I email them. I email their support and I say, I really need my information taken off. I'm a public figure and it makes me very unsafe. It makes me feel very unsafe to have my information online. A lot of the times they're super easy about it and will take your information off. They'll send you the link and be like, was this the page? And then you say yes, and then they take it down. So every month I try to do a sweep and make sure that my shit is not on blast on the internet, and I recommend you guys to do this as well. And if you can, use an alias name. I had my phone number called and I felt very uncomfortable. I also want to let you guys know how to deal with certain things like this. So I personally had my phone number called, and I answered the phone and I did not know who it was, and the person said that, it was easy for them to find my number and that they were from OnlyFans, and I told them, do not call this number, and I was very stern, do not call this number. This is not a number for you to call. I did not give you my phone number. And if you ever call this number again, I will report you. So you have to be very stern with the person. It is very uncomfortable, but you have to be stern and let them know that that is not appropriate for them to do. And it goes for the same thing when someone messages you something inappropriate. Like I said, I always respond to every single message, and I do want my followers to know that I appreciate them, because I do. I appreciate every single one of you guys, but I do not allow for myself to feel uncomfortable. I don't. If you make me uncomfortable, I'm going to tell you in a respectful way so that you know not to do that, because if you do that, I will block you. So basically, when someone asks me, hey, do you do meetups? I say, no, I don't. What I do is digital content. That's it. If they continue to ask, I let them know this is inappropriate for you to do. And if you continue, I'm going to have to block you. I would really like for you to be part of this community, but I've told you once that that's not what I do. So you have to be stern. I try to be stern, but also let them know that they do have a chance. Because I know sometimes, they're just asking. They're like, I don't know. I just wanted to ask. So I'm stern, but I allow for them to ask. And that's that. And I let them know how it is. And if you don't ever want to do anything, if they say, oh, can you make me a video of this, and you don't want to do it, I nicely just let them know, hey, I don't do that, but I do this. And let them know what type of content I can do for them and if they want any of that. So be stern, know your boundaries, and let people know.
I'm editing right now, and I also wanted to mention that I've gotten questions from people in my like personal life that's asked me like, oh my God, aren't you worried? Like, what if someone crazy on there like wants to kill you or like wants to do this or that or whatever? Like, I already make YouTube videos and I'm already online. Like, if someone's crazy, they're gonna be crazy no matter what. I don't think just because like my nudes are online, I just don't see how that relates, kind of. Obviously, when you do anything online, you should be safe, and when you're out and about, you should be safe. Basically, what I'm saying is, no matter what, there are crazy people in the world, and I don't think that should stop you from doing what you love or what you want to do. So yeah, that's it.
Also, if someone asks me a personal question, what area do you live in? I say, how about you tell me which area you live in? That's what I just say. And then I say, I personally don't give out that information. And that's that. So definitely know where you stand. Definitely know how far you want to take things. And definitely know what type of information you should keep private. I know sometimes it's really awkward when you're kind of trying to make this connection with somebody and you have to tell them that you don't want to share certain information, but a lot of people will understand, and if they don't, you don't need them. Trust me, there's other people out there. Okay, next thing I want to talk about is marketing, and marketing is the number one most important thing to do if you have an OnlyFans, because there is no discover page, which is so frustrating. I don't know why they don't have a discover page already. You can type in names and find random people. There is a search bar, but there's no discover page, which I think is insane. So you kind of have to make your way and do it on your own. The number one most important thing to do to market your page is to buy, sell, and swap promo. So I realized that I needed to do this about, again, halfway into the year. It was already been 6 months, and I was like, well, how do I find new buyers? How do I find new subscribers? I just don't know what to do. I finally figured it out. It is buying, selling, and swapping promo. The best place to find other creators is on Twitter, I think. Personally, I think the best place to find other creators is on Twitter. I go through, see a lot of people post their percentage, and I go and find somebody that's in kind of the same range as me, and I DM them and I say, hey, are you interested in share for share? It's SFS, that you just type that in. Are you interested in S for S on OnlyFans? And then a lot of the times they either will message you back and say, yeah, I'm down, or they'll say, no, but I sell it. And then you can either buy it from them or whatever it is, or you can swap with them. I highly recommend this because this is the best way to find other buyers. There's other buyers on their page and there's buyers on your page. And once you guys post each other, then you're exposed to new buyers. And that's the best way that I found to grow. If they're a way higher percentage than me, or like lower, if they're a lower percentage, like 0.0 something, then I will buy promo from them. But if they're at like the 1% like me, then we'll just swap. And if they're lower, then I sell it to them. So that is the best way to do it. I promise you this is the best way to grow. I personally do not think that retweeting people's posts on Twitter is going to help you grow. I don't think that putting your, honestly, I don't think anything really helps other than that. I found that the best way to do it is to find buyers that are already on the platform. Obviously, there are other platforms where you're able to find buyers, like Instagram, Twitter, and Reddit, TikTok even. But I think it's best to find people that are already paying for a subscription, because you know that they are buyers. They are actually going to tip you. This is like if you go into the strip club, you want people that are actually going to be tipping. So you don't want just random people off Reddit that are just here for the free trial and then they bounce out. Like, you don't want that. So you want real quality buyers, and that's the best way to do it. There are ways to promote on Reddit and Twitter and TikTok, like I said, Instagram. Instagram is a little bit difficult because you obviously can't post nudity, and even if you're like topless but you're covering, you can still get banned or flagged. I would just be extremely careful there. You also can't even hashtag OnlyFans. You can't have OnlyFans linked in your bio, so you have to use like allmylinks.com to put your links in your bio on Instagram. Instagram's pretty difficult, but I have found a little bit of success there. I think it's good for building an audience if you want to do that. The next thing is Twitter. Obviously, it's all uncensored there. You can basically do whatever you want, but it's so saturated that it is hard to gain followers. Plus, people are always looking for the best freaking discount. So, you might not get quality buyers there. And same with Reddit. Reddit is a little bit difficult because there are places where you can post full nudity or like whatever you want. Like, it's not as restrictive as Instagram, but I don't think you're going to get as many quality buyers, and they limit how often you can post. So you can only post so many times, and then it's like you need to wait 24 hours or something. So that's been really difficult for me. If you figured out Reddit, please let me know. I know that a lot of girls have, gained a lot of their success from Reddit. I personally just have not been able to do that. And then the next one, TikTok is a super good one. It's growing super fast. It's the best way to grow super fast. I don't know about how much of a quality the buyers are going to be off TikTok, but I know that you can grow really fast from that, and you can get a lot of followers from there. I have a poll going on my OnlyFans where I ask my followers, where did you find me? And TikTok is one of the number one places. So definitely recommend those places, and I would just start promoting yourself as much as you possibly can.
I know a lot of people don't want to share their OnlyFans on their own personal Instagram, and I can completely understand that. Like, your family follows you, all of that. And I've said this before, as much as I don't think you should be hiding it from your family, I also can relate that you wouldn't really want them to see anything that's on your OnlyFans, especially if you're like promoting it. So I would recommend making all separate accounts and then just promoting the shit out of it there. But you definitely need to have some sort of way to promote it. Like, you can't get away with making an OnlyFans and not promoting it anywhere. I know a lot of people are like, well, I just don't want anyone to see it. It's like, well, then you're not going to make any money. You have to at least be somewhat open to make this work, and confident enough that, like, you don't care if people see it, because they're going to see it.
But I also want to push that you do not spend all your time promoting. You have to think smart. And like I said, I think buying, selling, and swapping promo is the best way to do it. It's quick and easy, and you don't have to spend hours marketing yourself on Instagram or on TikTok and like making other content when you could just focus your content creation on OnlyFans. Spend a lot of time analyzing other creators. Something that I do is when I do swap my OnlyFans promo with another girl, I send them a trial link to my page so that we can like each other's things, and I can kind of see what other people are doing. So that is a great way to be able to see what's going on OnlyFans. Obviously, it's not like you can just go and search up anybody. You have to pay for everybody's page. So being able to swap trials with someone is a great way to see what someone else is doing, see if they're running promotions, see if they are doing games or activities, whatever they might be doing. You're able to come up with a creative way to make it your own too. So a lot of girls do like this wheel thing. It's like you spin the wheel and you pay this much and you get to spin the wheel 3 times or whatever it is. So there's different games and stuff like that on OnlyFans. I talk about games and things to kind of engage your followers in another video. I'll link that right here so you guys can check it out. But there's a lot of different creative ways to engage with your followers, and looking at other creators is a great way to kind of get an idea of what you should be doing on your page, how much you should be charging even. A lot of girls have their menu on their page, and you can kind of look at that and then base your prices based off what other people are doing. And I don't think there's anything wrong with that. It's not like you're stealing. It's just getting ideas based off what is the average of like what other people are doing and what buyers are comfortable paying for certain things. Next thing, I know it's not exactly marketing, but it is important to consistently be creating better and better content. Because if not, no one's gonna hang around. You always need to be, like I said, looking at other creators, seeing what they are doing, and then make your own content better and better. I personally, what I have been trying to do is take higher quality photos, and edit my pictures a little bit more, or whatever it may be. Always trying to consistently make better content or making more videos. People love videos. So trying to make your stuff better is what's going to keep your followers around longer. And when you gain followers, they're going to stick. So it's super important to do that. The next thing is engagement groups. And engagement groups are, I guess, sort of important because you can meet other girls through them. So whenever someone offers you to be in an engagement group, I would definitely say yes, just to get into it and meet other creators and stuff like that. But I don't think it's the number one way to market yourself, because a lot of it is like retweets on Twitter or whatever that might be. I just don't think that helps as much as you might think it does. So don't spend all your time in engagement groups, honestly, but I would definitely recommend, joining a few that you can kind of keep up with. And if you're going to ask how to get into an engagement group, honestly, you just need to be on Twitter and contacting different girls and seeing if they have an engagement group they can add you to. A lot of the times girls will tweet, if you want to be added to this engagement group, you need to have this many followers or whatever. And then you can just DM them and they'll add you to it. There are a ton. So you just go on Twitter, get to know a few girls, and I'm sure you'll find some. So that was a lot of everything. And the last part of this video, I wanted to share some things that I learned about myself this year and how I've kind of grown from entering the sex worker or adult industry. I see myself as a stronger person when I am wide open, and pun was definitely intended on that one. No, but seriously, when I'm just myself completely and I'm not hiding it from anyone, I feel like I can breathe. When I'm hiding something, even if I'm not really hiding it, if I'm just not sharing a certain part of my life, for some reason, I feel like I can't breathe. I feel like I'm hiding from myself. And so doing this and having it out in the public and people can see it and I'm not ashamed of it helps me be able to accept myself, helps me be able to breathe. I think if I was kind of hiding this part of my life, I wouldn't be able to handle myself. I would feel shame for what I'm doing, and I would never want anyone to feel shame for this. You should feel 100% comfortable in your skin if you're doing this, and if you don't, I don't think it's something that you should be doing. Not to say in your skin, like maybe you don't love your body or anything like that, although it does help. Taking pictures of yourself, it helps. You kind of start to have to like it. You're like, well, this is what I look like. So but I mean, like, you need to be 100% confident in yourself, and you need to be able to tell people, if someone asks you, oh, you do OnlyFans? Like, what do you post? I post nudes. And you have to be confident saying that, because if not, you're going to feel this shame and guilt about it, and it's going to be an uncomfortable place for you, and you probably won't do as well. You'll probably hide a lot of what you do, and for that, you won't be able to market yourself as well as you want to. And it's just not a really good way to go into it. So for me, it was definitely an eye-opener to see myself blossom and be confident in who I am and be like, yeah, this is me and I don't care what anyone thinks. Because for a long time, I did care what people thought of me. The next thing I learned is that I'm not going to conform to what people say is a respectable job just because they say it's a respectable job. I do what I want to do, and I'm happy and I'm comfortable and I can support myself. I can provide for myself. So I do not see anything wrong with that. And I just don't care what anyone else thinks. I finally come to a place where it doesn't matter to me. I am not here to please anybody else. I'm here to live for myself. Like there's no other reason for me to be here. So that's what I'm gonna do. And I finally found like that confidence, and I'm happy with that. I'm not looking for anybody's approval or anybody's acceptance. I don't need it. I have my friends and family that love me, and that's all I need. And the thing is people are gonna talk about you no matter what. So give them a show. Give them something to talk about, because it doesn't matter. They're going to talk about you anyways. Another thing that I've learned through this year is that I had to accept that my body changes, and it's totally normal. And I think that this industry really shows you that everybody is different. Everybody's bodies is different. Everybody's beautiful in their own unique way. I had to realize that my body goes through changes throughout the year. I can look back at all my pictures and see how my body has morphed and changed. And it's beautiful. It's life. It is what it is. And so I had to kind of learn how to accept that about life. I'm glad that I did. So One thing that I do want to say is that this has been a huge growth for myself. I've learned how to really fully be myself and be confident in myself and not worry about what anyone thinks or what anyone says or anything. Really, I just am happy with myself, and I know I'm a good person, and that's what matters at the end of the day. I treat people with respect and love and care, and I have my close friends and family, and really that is all that matters. So I am so beyond happy, and if you guys are thinking of starting an OnlyFans, I do have a referral link that you guys can use. It is linked down below in the description box, and I would appreciate you guys using that. If you guys are looking into starting an OnlyFans, my number one thing is love yourself, accept yourself, and be who you are. Don't let anyone shame you for something that you want to do. Like, it does not matter what anyone thinks. It does not matter what anyone says. You do what makes you happy, do what makes you feel comfortable. And people are nosy, and that's just what it is. But the thing is if they're talking about you, give them a show anyways. And another thing is if you're not someone that wants to do this, then that's okay too, and you do not have to, and you can be completely confident and comfortable in that. And if you are questioning it and you're like, I don't know, I kind of want to do it, but I don't, you don't have to do this either. I accept everyone for whatever choices that they make for themselves, and that's that. So I hope you guys liked this video. I hope it helped you in some sort of way, and if it did, give this video a thumbs up. And that is it for this video, so I'll see you guys in this video right here.